and see. Subscribe on YouTube.
Hey, everybody!
Oh,
Oh, were we adding that in now?
I think we gotta step up our game a little bit. So this is an episode of Trenny and C. I am Trenny. This is C.
I am C.
We have been fortunate enough to be gifted a bottle of the new Shelter Point release.
Ooh.
They are too good to us.
They are kind.
They are kind of our people.
Too kind. Yep.
Vancouver Island.
Just like us.
Yep. So I think we connect that way,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Got
But
that.
also they put out some stellar stuff. So this is the Shelter Point.
Consistency is key.
Absolutely. So this is the Shelter Point Smoke and Oak.
Yes.
46% natural color, non-chill filtration. It kind of checks all the boxes, really.
Yep.
Let's read the back, shall we? Okay. You don't have to make whiskey in paradise, but it helps. Sure. This single grain, triple distilled whiskey tells a story of innovation and experimentation. For this expression, we smoked finishing barrels using a smoldering combination of applewood and locally harvested Vancouver Island peat.
Ooh.
The result? A whiskey that breaks all the rules with notes of demerara sugar, sweet hay, caramel, barbecue, chocolate, fruitcake, vanilla, pepper, and distant smoke.
They've already given all the tasting notes. We don't even need to do this review.
Show's over. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna pop the top, which is the
I
classic.
think it's still got the plastic on it.
We haven't even opened this.
No. This is great. You got look. There's the little tab, the black tab. You'll never get it. Just give it to me. You'll never get it.
Yes. So many rewards.
Life is beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just gnaw that off.
Okay, here we go. The Smoke and Oak show. Oh. Oh. Did you nut yourself?
That's
Cool.
That's a heavy stop. So be careful.
Okay, so
All right.
they have put out the Smoke Point in the past,
Yes.
which was using
Lafroig barrels.
ex-Lafroig barrels. They haven't stated what they've done with this one necessarily.
Look at the color.
but
on
the
that.
color is really
It's
nice
like a
and
murky
rich.
bronze.
Yes, murky bronze.
I've got my Shelter Point. Oh,
Oh.
it smells like Flintstones vitamins.
Whoa, and very kind of like cinnamony and like the oak is there,
Yes,
huge.
okay.
Holy. That is like
Do you know what I mean with the Flintstone vitamins, though?
yeah, like the fruit note is very like the powdery kind of dusty.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
opening the bottle that's got the
Yes.
yeah. But man, is the oak ever there?
but that's probably they're like, oh, you mean demerara sugar?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Flintstone vitamin.
But there's kind of like this, like hickory kind of
I
smoke.
was gonna
like,
say hickory. That was bang on the note I was gonna say, and that's that barbecue note, right?
yeah,
that
the
they're talking
barbecue,
about.
yeah, the mesquite kind of a thing.
Yes. I like our tasting note better though.
Oh yeah.
Flintstone vitamins and hickory.
Yes, hickory sticks.
Sweet.
Like the grain. Well, you know how hickory sticks are made out of? I'm assuming potatoes.
Sorry, what?
Hickory sticks. You know?
Oh yeah. It's a potato chip. Yeah.
potato chip basically in little strips. This kind of has like a little bit of that. Well, but there's also if I pull my nose away from it a second and chat.
Yeah.
But going back to it, like it has like this kind of cinnamony, spicy vibe to it.
Well,
It's a little bit fruity. Maybe it's actually.
Oh, I'm getting. Did you clear your nose palate yet? There's definitely a barbecue smoke, and yeah,
For sure.
like a sweet brown sugar type.
I would even say like the medicine cabinet is on the
Yeah,
side of Flintstone
there is.
vitamins,
Yeah,
but thereine
yeah,
a medicine-y kind of vibe to it too. Honestly, this nose is very interesting.
It's intriguing.
Because
it's like, I want to taste this.
And we will get to that. I will say, though, and we've mentioned this before, that Shelter Point has a very unique house style to it, and it is the underlying kind of like sweet,
it's kind of like bubbling under
to it. Yeah. That is so
undertones
different. I like this.
Undertones of Shelter Point house style.
Yes.
Which is
cool.
Which is hard to describe in itself.
It is because it's like it didn't say 100% malted barley or anything. It just said single grain, but
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, let's do it. Let's flavor it up into our
single
palates.
Grain as opposed to single malt. What are you talking about? Corn then?
Well, I don't know.
What would that single grain be?
I don't know. Let's we'll ask Leon Webb.
Yeah, we'll get Leon to tell us the deets.
Let's taste the stuff. Here we go. 46%. Oh. Oh man, something just hit me and it was there. It's gone. It's like it's kind of like a mezcal in a weird way. Like there's this kind of like
it drinks bigly for 46%.
Like I'm getting honestly like a little bit tequila kind of note on it.
I'm getting like a cask strength vibe to it.
Oh yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
Hugely bigly.
Yeah. But like, maybe that's what I'm picking up with the cinnamon or something. It's like the flavor. It's like very bright.
It's like a orange coriander kind of.
Oh yeah. That's the best thing you've said all day. There's like a kind of orange kind of note to it. There's something.
Yeah.
Like, you know when you see... Okay. Have you ever seen those Christmas oranges and they have the cloves stuffed into them all around it? It kind of looks like a little coronavirus thing floating around.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. But there is something... The smoke on it reminds me more of like a mezcal style smokiness. Or like a, you know...
These are all kind of
agave kind of a
very
sweetness.
Unique tasting notes to bring together into
different.
A whiskey.
That is very...
It's one of those ones that's like, it's a get to know it. Like I need to, like I'm not even sure how I feel about it just yet. You know what I mean? Like I don't dislike it, but it's one of those ones where I feel like it may grow on me even more. Whereas like right now I'm too lost in it.
And I could be the opposite where I'm like jumping the gun on it because it's so
like, I love it.
Unique and different and like I really haven't tasted a whiskey like this.
That's always fun too.
So
that's
like
exciting.
Like I'm excited about it, but sometimes you got to come back down to reality and like take it for what it is. But for now, first impression is it's exciting and like I think people that we're gonna Dram Club this bottle, and the people that are a part of our Dram Club, get to try this, and I think they'll know what we're talking about. Like it has so much going on.
Well, and Shelter Point is quietly
orange coriander, man.
Yeah. They're quietly gaining a name outside of BC, because people are almost like pirating it out of the province to like get their hands on it because of how much it's been like talked up, and it's certainly worth it. But I think that the name is permeating in the whiskey community and gaining traction, and I don't know if their distribution has kind of like gotten to that, like
it hasn't caught up to where
the demand.
The demand is.
The demand is
which
actually
is exactly
out
where
there.
you want to be, really,
Totally.
because like
it's a finite product, and you know
that's
demand
number
is,
one.
The demand is bigger than, I mean, typically like a lot of the stuff that they make is like we're talking about very small batch. We're talking about like a few barrels worth. Like typically they're right around
600
800 to 1,000 kind of bottles. And these would get gobbled up in BC pretty fast, but I know even in Ontario, there's a lot of people that are like searching this stuff out and trying to get their hands on it. So
I think
very fun.
one thing that's cool though is, and we say this all the time, but being a Canadian whiskey and you put this in front of somebody and you get them to try to guess what the hell it is and where it's from, that would be, unless you kind of know the house style already.
Yeah.
But like that's a hard one.
This is one of the ones like I don't think people would be even able to tell what this was. Like they'd be like, it's not Scotch, it's not bourbon, it's not rye. What the hell is it?
It's like a distilled Terry's chocolate orange.
Yeah, it's just like it's very mysterious.
I'm very excited that these guys keep putting out innovative products, and that's one thing to be said about the Canadian whiskey market is there's a lot of options that you can do.
Okay, that's a great point though. Is like there isn't just Scotch, bourbon, and rye style or corn style. Like there's so many different variations and things that can be created innovatively between those spectrums. There's not just like 3-4 spectrums of whiskey, which is what most people kind of come to be brought up on. Yeah. You're brought up on like these 3 or 4 spectrums. Well, there's people that are breaking the mold.
Totally. And we're lucky to live in a time where we have a lot of like creativity in the whiskey makers. Like the whiskey makers are very creative. They know innovation is a part of getting their product.
Yeah, and people don't want to just be the next, so and so. They want to be their own thing.
Totally.
And it's driving this entrepreneurial kind of like spirit in whiskey, which is so fun.
And having said that, final kind of point is that Shelter Point puts out quite a few products. Like
a few bottlings a year.
Yeah, a few times a year, and it's relatively, like we said, small batch, and you can't get it a lot. They have their common ones on the shelves, but they keep coming out with these interesting bottlings that you may not be around for long, but they are trying new things, and that's cool.
It's one and done, but I mean, there's some other cool, like 2 brewers kind of got the same kind of business model, and anyway, it's super fun. It's a great time to be into whiskey. A great time to be a Dram Club member.
Absolutely.
Check out our Patreon Dram Club. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.